Some nights, I don't need a big reason to feel happy. I don't need a breakthrough. I don't need a dramatic change. I don't need a perfect day that proves something to the world. If I'm honest, the happiest nights are usually the quietest ones, the nights when nothing special happens, but something inside me finally unclenches. It took me a long time to trust that kind of happiness. I used to chase louder things. I used to think happiness had to look like a celebration, or a win, or a clear sign that I was doing life right. And when I didn't have those signs, I felt like I was missing something, like I was falling behind, like my days were too ordinary to count. But ordinary days are the ones we live the most. Most of our life is made of minutes that never become a story. Most of our life is made of small, repeated moments. Getting up, going to work, coming home, eating something simple, sitting down, washing dishes, turning off lights. It's not glamorous. It's just life. And one night, I realized something gentle. Maybe happiness doesn't have to be a destination. Maybe it can be a way of being with what's already here. That's what gratitude became for me. Not a lesson, not a checklist, not a performance, not a forced smile, just a way to soften, a way to notice what is quietly holding me up, a way to feel enough for a few seconds and let those seconds add up. I like starting with the smallest things, because the smallest things are the easiest to miss and the easiest to receive. They don't ask me to be impressive. They don't ask me to prove anything. They're simply there, doing their quiet work, making my day a little easier, like a fan. There are evenings when the air is heavy, when the room feels warm and still, and my thoughts feel just as stuck as the heat. On those nights, the fan in the corner becomes a kind of gentle miracle, not because it's extraordinary, but because it's steady. It turns and turns, moving the air, cooling my skin, giving me relief in small waves. It doesn't fix my problems. It doesn't answer my questions. It just makes it easier to breathe. And sometimes that's all I need. So I look at it for a moment and I whisper, almost like I'm talking to a friend. Thank you. Thank you for making this moment lighter. Thank you for helping my body relax. Thank you for reminding me that comfort can be simple. And then, only one step wider, nothing dramatic, I let my heart expand just a little. Thank you that I have a place to rest. Thank you that I'm safe enough to feel the air on my skin. Thank you that I don't have to earn this small comfort. It's already here. It sounds so small, but when I say it, something in me softens. It's like I stop fighting the day. It's like I stop measuring my life by what it lacks. For a few seconds, I can feel what it holds. Then there's water. A glass of water on the table doesn't look like happiness. It looks like nothing. Something we take for granted. Something we forget until our throat is dry and our head aches and our body feels strangely off. But sometimes I take a sip and my whole system settles. My throat relaxes. My mind gets a little quieter. My body says, quietly, yes, this is what I needed. And I realize that so much of my stress comes from forgetting the basics, forgetting that I am a living body, not just a mind with problems. So I hold the glass for a second and I whisper, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for cooling me down from the inside. Thank you for reminding me that care can be simple. And one step wider, gently. Thank you that I can take care of myself in small ways. Thank you that I can return to what I need even when the day is messy. Thank you that I'm allowed to pause. Sometimes gratitude is just permission. Permission to slow down. Permission to be human. Permission to stop demanding perfection from a tired heart. And then there's something I do that might sound a little strange. Sometimes before I go to work, I touch my car. Not because I think it has feelings, not because I'm trying to be poetic. It's just a small gesture that makes me feel connected to my life, to my effort, to the things that carry me. My hand rests on the steering wheel, or I tap the door and I say quietly, "Thank you. Thank you for getting me where I need to go. Thank you for carrying me through mornings when I'm half awake. Thank you for bringing me home when all I want is to be done." I've had days when my body felt heavy and my mind felt crowded and my heart felt tired, and still I had to show up. I had to move. I had to keep going. And my car did what it always does. It moved with me. It stayed strong. It helped me keep my life running. So I add one step wider. Just one. Thank you that I have a way to support myself. Thank you that I'm still capable of moving through my days. Thank you that I have built something, even if it's simple, that helps me stand on my own. Sometimes that's what gratitude is. Recognizing quiet strength. Not the kind of strength that wins medals, but the kind that gets you through Tuesday. Not the kind that shines, but the kind that lasts. There's another small moment I love in the evening, when the day finally slows down. It's the moment I turn on a lamp, a warm glow in the corner, soft and steady, changing the whole room in a second. And I realize how easy it is to forget what a gift that is, to have light on demand, to have a space where night doesn't mean danger, it just means rest. So I pause and whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for this light. Thank you for making the room feel safe." And one step wider, thank you for the invisible systems that keep my life running, and for the people I'll never meet who keep them working. Some nights, gratitude is as physical as a shower. Warm water on my shoulders, the clean smell of soap, the simple feeling of rinsing the day off my skin. It doesn't erase what happened, but it helps my body release what it was holding. So I stand there and whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for hot water. Thank you for the chance to begin again, even for a moment. And one step wider, thank you that rest is possible." Sometimes, on my way to work, I thank the road. Painted lines, street lights, signs, quiet structure that helps us move without chaos. There are people who fix potholes, replace bulbs, clean debris, plan routes. We rarely think about them until something breaks. So at a red light, when everything is still, I whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for the way. Thank you for carrying us." And one step wider, thank you that my life is supported by more hands than I can count. And not everything I'm grateful for is an object. Some of it is human. Some of it is a message from a friend that says, "Are you okay?" 4 words can feel like a hand on your shoulder. 4 words can remind you that you're not invisible. 4 words can pull you back from the edge of your own thoughts. So I write back, and I mean it. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for making my life feel less lonely. And one step wider, the kind of step that feels like a blessing. Please take care of yourself. Stay healthy. I'm really grateful you're here. I used to feel awkward saying things like that. I used to hold my feelings tight, like if I spoke them out loud, they would become embarrassing or fragile or too much. But I've learned something over time. If I don't say the good things, they disappear. Not because they weren't real, but because they never got to live out loud. There are people in my life who deserve to know they mattered, that their kindness landed, that their presence helped, that their smile softened something in me. And honestly, I deserve that too. I deserve to live in a world where the good is named, not just the bad. So I'm learning to express my emotions, not in big speeches, not in dramatic paragraphs, but in simple, honest sentences. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're in my life. Please rest. Please stay healthy. These sentences are small, but they carry warmth, and warmth is what a tired world needs. Sometimes gratitude shows up as a smile, a cashier who looks up and smiles like you're a person, not a task. A co-worker who smiles when you walk in and your shoulders drop a little. A stranger who offers that tiny softness that says, I see you without words. It's such a small thing, but sometimes it changes the whole day. So when I notice a smile, I let myself feel it. I don't rush past it. I don't act like it doesn't matter. I let it count, and I whisper, either out loud or in my head, thank you. Thank you that softness still exists. Thank you that I can still notice it, because noticing is a kind of healing. It reminds me that the world is not only sharp edges, it also has gentle corners. On quieter nights, I try to thank my body. This one can feel strange at first, especially if you're used to living mostly in your mind. But the more I do it, the more I feel how tender it is. My body has been with me through everything. It has carried me through moods, seasons, jobs, conversations, disappointments, laughter, long drives, late nights, early mornings. It has done all of that without needing me to be perfect. So I place a hand on my chest and I feel my heartbeat steady, patient, faithful. It's been beating for me all day. It will keep beating for me tonight. My lungs have been breathing without waiting for me to remember. My legs have held me up. My hands have worked. My eyes have taken in light, faces, small beauty. Even on days when I complain about my body, it keeps choosing me. So I whisper, thank you. Thank you for carrying me. Thank you for staying. Thank you for continuing, even when I was tired. And one step wider. Thank you that I am alive. Thank you that I am here. Thank you that my body keeps trying, quietly, on my behalf. Sometimes that thought makes me emotional, not because I'm sad, but because it's honest. Because it's easy to forget the loyalty of a body. And sometimes, after I thank my body, I thank my past self. The version of me who kept going when it was hard. The version of me who didn't know how things would turn out, but still got up, still showed up, still did what needed to be done. The version of me who survived days that felt too long, weeks that felt too heavy, moments that no one else saw. I whispered to that past self, thank you for not giving up. Thank you for doing your best with what you had. Thank you for bringing me here. And one step wider, Thank you for giving me this chance to rest tonight. Thank you for getting me to a place where I can exhale even for a moment. Sometimes I think of gratitude as a way of choosing where to rest my attention. Life will always offer me reasons to tense up unfinished tasks, unanswered questions, worries about the future, old memories that sting. Those things are real, but they don't have to be the only real things. Gratitude is when I let one gentle thing be real too, not to cancel the hard stuff, not to argue with it, just to balance the weight. One small comfort, one honest thank you, one step wider, only if it feels true. That's how I keep it human. That's how I keep it kind. And because here's the truth, some days gratitude is difficult. Some days life feels too sharp, too heavy, too unfair. And on those days, I don't force myself to be grateful for the whole situation. I don't try to find a shiny meaning inside pain. That kind of pressure only adds guilt. Instead, I look for one honest thread of support, something real, something small. Maybe it's the floor under my feet. Maybe it's the bed I can collapse into. Maybe it's the fact that I made it home. Maybe it's a single message that says, I'm here. On those days, my gratitude sounds like, thank you for what's holding me, and one step wider. Thank you that even in this, I'm not completely alone. You don't have to search for the perfect thing to be grateful for. You don't have to feel it intensely. You don't have to prove anything. If all you can manage tonight is a soft, almost tired thank you that still counts, because the point isn't to be impressive, the point is to be soothed. And if gratitude feels far away tonight, if you're too tired, too numb, too overwhelmed, let it be simple. You don't have to feel grateful. You can just be quiet. You can just breathe. And maybe, gently, you can borrow one sentence. Thank you for this moment. Even that is enough to begin. And there's one more kind of gratitude I've been practicing lately, the kind that turns inward. Because it's easy to be grateful for a fan or a glass of water or a friend's message and still be hard on myself. So sometimes I place a hand on my chest and I say, thank you. Thank you for getting through today. Thank you for doing what you could. Thank you for carrying feelings you didn't know how to explain. And one step wider. Thank you for learning. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not abandoning yourself. I used to think expressing emotion had to be big, like a confession, like a long speech. But now I think it can be simple and brave at the same time. Sometimes it's just telling someone, your message helped me today. Sometimes it's saying, I'm grateful for you. Sometimes it's a quiet, please stay healthy. Those small sentences are like warm lights in a relationship. They don't blind anyone. They just make the room feel safer. And maybe that's what I want my life to feel like, safe enough to be real and soft enough to rest. So I keep my gratitude gentle, one moment at a time, one thank you at a time. And if tonight all you can find is something tiny that's still beautiful, a breath, a blanket, a quiet corner, a fan turning in the dark, let that be enough. Sometimes before sleep, I do a quiet check-in. What helped me today? Not what impressed anyone. Just what helped. And I let that help count, because when I let it count, my life stops feeling like it's made only of stress. Tonight, if you want, try something simple with me. Look around your room. Choose one ordinary comfort: a pillow, a blanket, a glass of water, a warm light. Place your attention on it gently and whisper, "Thank you." And if you want one step wider, thank you for this moment of ease. Thank you that I can rest. Then let your breath do what it already knows how to do. In and out. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just come back to one small thank you, like a soft anchor. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this night. There's a particular kind of peace I feel right before sleep when I let the day end properly. It's not when I'm still scrolling, still thinking, still trying to squeeze something out of the night. It's when I finally decide I'm done for today. I set my phone down. I let the room get quieter. I notice the texture of the blanket. I notice the pillow under my head. I notice the way my body sinks into the mattress, like it has been waiting for this moment all day. And I realize this too is something to be grateful for. Not because every day is easy, not because my life is perfect, but because rest is a form of support, because sleep is a kind of reset, because the night is one of the few places where we are allowed to stop performing. So I whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this quiet. Thank you for the chance to let go. And one step wider, thank you that I don't have to carry everything through the night. Thank you that my mind can rest. Thank you that my body can heal in small, invisible ways while I sleep. If the fan is turning, I listen to its steady sound like a lullaby. If there's silence, I let the silence hold me. If there are distant noises outside, I let them remind me that the world is still moving and I don't have to move with it right now. Tonight, I get to be still. Tonight, I get to soften. Tonight, I get to stop. And that's enough. And here's what I've noticed. After all this time, gratitude doesn't erase pain. It doesn't pretend everything is fine. It doesn't deny grief or stress or exhaustion. It simply gives me a softer place to stand while I'm inside those things. It's not toxic positivity. It's not a demand to look on the bright side. It's more like a warm blanket. It doesn't change the weather, but it helps my body stop shivering. It reminds me, even on hard days, I'm still being supported in 100 quiet ways. Quiet things, a fan moving air across my skin, a glass of water in my hand, a car that carries me through the week, a friend who checks in, a smile that softens a hallway, a body that breathes for me, even when I forget to be gentle. And I don't have to name everything. I don't have to make a long inventory. This isn't homework. This is comfort. So I keep a simple rhythm. One moment, one thank you. And if I have space, one step wider. That's it. Before I sleep, I like to return to a simple refrain, not as a list, but as a little lullaby to my nervous system. Thank you for the air moving across my skin. Thank you for the water that restores me. Thank you for the quiet strength that carries me through my days. Thank you for the people who offer warmth. Thank you for the softness I still notice. And thank you for me. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making it through. Thank you for being here. If you have someone in your mind tonight, someone who has been kind to you, someone who has checked on you, someone who has stayed, maybe send them one simple message tomorrow. Not a long paragraph, not a dramatic confession, just something honest. Thank you for being there. I appreciate you. Please take care of yourself. Because expressing emotion doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, and it keeps the good from disappearing. It lets the warmth circulate. It lets love take up space in the real world. Tonight, I'm not asking you to fix your whole life. I'm not asking you to become a new person. I'm not asking you to turn pain into meaning. I'm just inviting you into one small truth. You are allowed to be comforted. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to live a life made of small kindnesses, small supports, small moments of enough. And if your mind is busy, if your heart is tired, if your body feels heavy, come back to one small thing. One thank you, one step wider. Only if it feels real. And then rest. Let the night hold you. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath slow down. Let your thoughts soften at the edges. Thank you for being here. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you feel supported in quiet ways. I hope you sleep deeply. Good night.